Welcome to The Man Within, a podcast about modern manhood forged through discipline and awakened through truth. And now, your hosts, Chase Hoskins and Jase Conroe.
Welcome. We're fucking live.
Welcome to the fucking show.
We're here.
Yeah.
The Jase and Chase show.
Finally got it figured out.
It's been a process. You know, we had this on our vision board, built this room out and wanted to, be a safe place to, speak warmth. And I feel like it kind of embodies that,
So the Man Within is what we're calling the show.
Yeah.
Because, I think you and I both, we're very inwardly focused because I think we understand how the universe works and that everything in your external reality is just a reflection of who you are.
Yeah.
And so we have a big focus on just really focusing on who are you? Who are you and how that affects the reality that you live in, especially when we're talking about men, because men tend to be very externally focused, very in the 3D world.
Yes.
And I think, it's kind of a paradox that needs to be flipped for a lot of men, where they need to go inward and they need to connect to their heart.
They do.
And who they are within.
Yeah, because if that truly is who they are, that's their authentic version. And the world is there to, be used as a tool for men. And sometimes what ends up happening is the tool becomes their identity. And, it can happen because you're so out there in the world as a man and you're trying to conquer and you're trying to accomplish and you're trying to sharpen that tool, which you do as a man. You go out in the world and you use that tool to provide for your family, to, protect and to help and to be part of the process of life. But it doesn't mean that tool that we're using being out in that 3D world is actually who we are. And staying true to that, that is what we want men to come back to, is yes, you are out there in the world as a man, as you should, but it should be with purpose and intention. And if it is, then you should be resonating with yourself, not going out looking for yourself, because you're not out there. And everything you'll find out there will be everything but yourself.
Yeah, I love that. That's so true.
Yeah.
And kind of talking about, I guess, who we are,
Yeah.
We met, it's been about 1.5 years.
Feels like lifetimes, brother.
It feels like lifetimes because I truly believe that it has been.
Yeah.
The first night that we met down at your house in Hurricane.
Yeah.
And we just fucking partied and danced and had the best fucking night. I remember we sat down and we had a conversation. I told you a bunch of crazy shit that I had experienced.
Yeah.
Some visions that I had and how I felt I was drawn to this purpose to help men. And, obviously I could tell immediately everything that I was saying resonated with you and who you are.
Yeah.
And then, we became just really good friends right off the bat. I think we just recognized each other.
Yeah.
We remembered who we were, that this is not our first time meeting.
Yeah.
And the past 1.5 years, we've had a lot of fucking fun.
Dude,
A lot of fucking fun.
As we should.
Yeah. Number one, I think for us is always fun,
Yeah. Here to live.
Yeah, absolutely. And also I feel it's been really cool because we talk about the man within, right? But also in the external world, the external world is a world of mirrors. Yeah. And it truly is always pointing you back to yourself.
Yeah.
And the cool thing about us meeting is we're fucking our fucking souls are twin brothers.
Yeah.
And so it's I see so much of myself in you, and it has reflected back to me so clearly the things that I need to work on. And also, I think with that came awareness of how to get there, which has been really fucking cool, right? A lot of things that I've wanted to work on for years and years and years, but for some reason I maybe just didn't have the awareness, or I didn't feel like I had the energy, getting in shape, getting becoming successful in business, lots of things where I just feel like I struggled, have flowed so much easier since you and I have met and since we've become really good friends. So it's been really cool to have that reflection, have that awareness, and feel like I have more, I guess, motivation to become who I know I'm supposed to be. You know, so having that mirror has been really cool to like really see myself on a deeper level through you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really special, you know, getting to, you know, learn to accept yourself. And when you can see it through another, you start to have a lot more appreciation and grace for yourself, because you see it's difficult, you know, but at the same time, it can be so beautiful to embrace who you are. And when you get to see that mirror in a brother like we are, it's, you know, if anything, it's actually brought me more to me. You would think when you find somebody, you know, people get lost in friendships or relationships, right? You start to just become that other person. But really, I feel like the more we look and the more we see the reflection, the more we look at each other, the more we observe each other, the more we start to go within, and the more we start to bond to ourselves, even though we absolutely spend every almost minute of the day together. I mean, we're basically married. You might not have to just sign the paper, but
Yeah.
you know, but it's so cool. And I wouldn't trade it for the world, having a brother like you, and you know, just a soul brother and a mirror that is here for it, just like I am. And the unspoken knowing, the unspoken love, you know, it doesn't need to be spoken. Although we do speak and we do share things, because we have no problem being vulnerable with each other. But just to be able to look at each other and go, I see you.
Yeah.
You know, that is something that is really undescribable. But what a cool gift it is, brother.
It's been fucking magical, bro. So fucking magical to have a brother to this level that I honestly never expected to have. You know, even starting a men's group, I always, you know, saw myself leading men in a way. And, you know, that was, you know, in the beginning more of like an ego thing, a little bit of wanting to have no validation from men, I think. But, you know, having someone like you is just, it's been fucking magical, dude, to be led by you, to guide you. You know, it's there's such a beautiful give and take that we have, that, you know, where you're weak, I'm strong, where I'm weak, you're strong. And we help each other out, you know, and, you know, we've been working out fucking hard for a year now. I've been more consistent working out than I ever have in my whole life, in the best shape of my life, feeling better than I ever have. Now in business together, we're fucking, our business is crushing. We're setting records every month.
Yeah.
So it's been super fucking fun, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, so we're gonna start this podcast.
Yeah.
And we may bring people in. We may talk about, you know, just what we're experiencing, because we're two honestly fucking weirdos.
Yeah. We're strange ones, brother.
We are strange men.
Yeah. Hard to. I think we're like, well, okay, get away, weird. And we're like, yeah, we don't care.
Yeah.
You know, I love it. I love being weird with you. I love being authentic and just getting to be who I am. I mean, I love that about me, and I never will change it for anybody. But I love that not only do I not have to change that with you, but it's like, it's what resonates with you. You know, when, you know, me being Jase at the core is like really what bonds us. And just like you, Chase being Chase, you being Chase, that's what I love, because that's truly you. And I don't want anything else but Chase. And I truly feel that you don't want anything else but Jase, and you really do resonate and see that. You see me, and I feel like we're able to really just operate at such a high vibration of frequency with each other, that now even seeing and all these things that we're doing in life, you know, friendships, you know, leading, you know, leaders and companies and building businesses and creating that culture and creating that strength at a core level, and then taking it out into the world in that 3D. That is so special. And it means so much, because it's authentic. You know, you're not going out to find. We're going within to find ourselves. Then we take that within to the out, and we're able to be in our purpose with really pure intention. And I love doing that with you.
Yeah, it's so fun, man. The way that I see that we're beginning to bridge the spiritual, which, you know, as far as men go, I think you and I were pretty connected. We're pretty connected to that side of things. You know, I've always been pretty connected to the 5D, the spiritual realm. And I think, you know, meeting you helped me like really start to bring this bridge together between the physical world and the spiritual world, which I think is kind of a big part of the reason that we're here.
Yeah.
Right? Is to bring heaven onto earth.
Oh, yes.
You know, and so it's been really cool as, you know, we're running this huge car dealership together.
Yeah.
And yesterday I'm having a talk with one of our sales guys and explaining to him as I'm watching him struggle. I'm watching him struggle and I'm explaining to him the spiritual experience that the business is taking him through to find out and show him who he truly is. You know, that this is not just a job where you're here to sell cars and make money.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful initiation as a man for you to find yourself and choose yourself on an even deeper level.
Yes.
Right? And that you can really bring those two worlds together in the most beautiful way when you have an understanding like you and I have, I believe.
Oh, we do.
You know, and so it's been really fucking special, man. It's like every day we're together, we experience new magic almost every single day.
Yeah.
You know, and the way that we watch the simulation work for us and the universe conspire in our favor and the universe love us and like cheer us on.
Yes.
Has been so fucking cool, bro.
Dude, absolutely, man. I just sometimes almost every day I need to pinch myself. Is this real? No, I'm in love. You know, but like that's because it's like I've become so in love with myself through this process, and I think it's because of that ability to choose self. It's why we came together. And it's like, right, we made a lot of hard choices for years before we met to really go in on ourselves when it didn't make any sense. When you were going, what am I doing? Like, well, how is this going to work out? Right? Walking into the unknown, walking into the darkness. But the man within, that's what he asks of you. Because he's like, you have me. You can trust me. But go all in on yourself. Don't worry about what the external is showing you, because that's not what's real. What's real is what's within you. And, you know, getting to a point where you can honor that and you can walk daily in trust of your knowing and what your heart and your soul is guiding you to do. Like that to me is beautiful for men who are so in a 3D world and we go out there, but to be able to really embody that withinness and take it to the outness, but not the other way around. And I've absolutely loved it. And I've loved being able to just continue to push and to make this withinness part of what people are experiencing, not just like a job or trying to do this thing, not just trying to make money. Like, it's like, that's not the point. The point is the experience in the presence of doing what you're doing. And why are you doing it? Knowing why you're doing it. That is the point, because that's when you're in connection with self. And so for me, it's been so cool for me to see that in you, where you are deploying that as you meet these men in all these different places, and all different types of men, but you're making it about truth, not about just a job or like, you just need to do better. It's like, no, but like, what do you want? Why are you here? You know, soul provoking questions that you really want these men to ask themselves so that they can find themselves. Because the success that breeds, no training, no like seminars or whatever you're going to do to try to train in sales, which they're good and those are helpful, but nothing will make an impact and open someone up to really become their highest potential and level as getting them to go within, getting them to connect as their guidance. And I love how you do that. I just adore it.
Yeah, and it's cool to watch. You know, obviously we both love watching each other coach other men, because it's always in resonance with us. And, you know, obviously you're there with me every day leading the men as well. And it's been really cool to like see them start to understand that this is something so much bigger than just a car dealership, you know, and like helping them have just that awareness that it really is about them, that like, we're not just here to sell cars. We're here to make a fucking impact in the world. And each employee that comes in the door, each employee that shows up, their families, every customer that walks through that door to buy a car, you know, every single person that we touch, we can make a positive impact, and we can take the world in a better place.
Yes.
You know, if we choose to see it that way, if we choose to see that we really want to do something positive, that we want to leave the world a better place than we found it.
Yeah.
You know, and that I think is our philosophy in any type of business that we go into, you know. And it is something that I have actually learned over time as I have let go of certain things like external validation.
Yeah.
Right? Like, well, needing to make money to look a certain way, or needing to have a certain business because it makes me look cool and it feeds my ego. Whereas like, no, like I want to be the one that's giving myself validation. I want to be the man within that is feeding myself that own love, because when it's coming from me, it's actually infinite energy.
Well, the beautiful thing is when you do it that way, your intentions of what you're doing on the external are way more pure, and they're way more in alignment, and they're authentic, because you're not doing it for a reaction or to get attention or this or that. You already are whole. So instead of going out into the world unhealed, unregulated, you're going out in the world regulated, and you're a whole, and you're in a state of self-love. And so your intentions are very pure. You don't have any type of intentions where you're trying to get something.
Yeah.
You're just here to be you and to love authentically and to serve with purpose. And I think that that's when it makes your actions in this 3D world, what we do as men, so much more powerful and impactful. Not just in business to make money, but like for everybody. You know, the customers, the people that work there, it is so much more felt than it is experienced through, you know, this or that. It's about the feltness that people get to experience, because they're like, wow, this feels different. And that's because it's coming from within, from the top. The people at the top get it, and they're like, yeah, this is about me, and I'm not here to do these things and with all these people or men, leaders, customers. I'm here doing this for me.
Yeah.
And so my intentions are pure, you know. And
Yeah.
you're very, very grounded.
Yeah, and I love that. And then your balance. Right? I see so many men, especially in business, that just get so out of balance. And I think a lot of that just does come from that their intentions are just not coming from the right place. You know, and you know, we talk about all these things like, you know, really connecting to that man within. But I think most men are like, what does that even mean? Like, how would you describe to a man, you know, that doesn't really even, maybe hasn't even dabbled in this, maybe hasn't talked much about spirituality? Where would you tell a man to start that needs to connect with his own heart?
Well, I mean, the first thing that, you know, men have to do, which is the hardest thing for men to do, is that they've got to step back, you know. And men want to figure out things on the go, but the issue is if you're on the go and you're thinking you're just going to figure it out while you're in avoidance, you're just delaying to feel what you need to feel. So sometimes men need to take a step back, and not because that's lazy or not ambitious, but you need to take a step back to really get to know yourself, get to really sit with yourself, get to have conversations with yourself, get to go do things with yourself and see what it is you love, what you don't love, what your opinions are within you, and like getting to a place where you can honor that and not try to be like, well, I'm gonna figure it out, I'm gonna connect. It's like, okay, yeah, but not if you're just going for this thing. If you're so focused on that, you think you're just gonna figure it out, you won't. The more you stay in a place where you're not having your why completely done and solidified before you go out, you're literally going to get more lost.
Yeah.
Because the external will start to become your reality, and you won't even be aware of it. And so men really need to learn to take a step back and be like, hey, this is about me, and that's okay. And I need to really figure out me,
Yeah.
and who I am, and what do I value, and what do I want for myself. And also, can I get those things from me, or do I feel that I have to go to this person or this thing or blah, 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 or money? You need to ask yourself those questions as a man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think, that's what makes our relationship so much fun and so authentic, where like, I think, I feel like I've always been very intrigued by, connecting with my inner child. And I think that's why I connected with you so deeply on that first day, is we were just running around your house, partying, dancing like little kids.
Yeah.
And from then going forward, we just act like little kids, and I think that takes a level of almost, I want to say healing, though, the word healing doesn't resonate with me as much as it used to.
Yeah.
But it does almost take a level of really understanding, allowing.
It's allotment. You're allowing.
Yeah, allowing who you truly are to come through.
Yeah.
And so however you get there, I think, really just finding out, what do you want? What actually makes you happy, regardless of what potentially the people in your life are going to think of it. I think that's where a lot of people get caught up, and that's why they don't allow that inner child to come out, because they're worried about what the other people are going to think, because they are they're putting more value on what that person wants than what I want within. Right? Which is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But we all do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, until you take a step back and really start to see it for what it is, you're not going to realize how much you're doing it. And that's when the blinders are aggressive. And, men think that they're going to be able to just change something and really start to be authentic without taking a step back and pulling the blinders off. And they don't want to. I understand why they don't. They don't want to. They're scared of what they'll see. They're using fear is they're motivated. Well, I don't. What if I'm not good enough? What if I'm this? It's like that's the trick though. It's trying to keep you away from yourself. They're fearing that you're not good enough, and that's what happens when you live in the external world and you're searching for I'm good enough. I'm amazing. This right? Like I'm successful. Like I'm worth something, right? And it's like that is sorry, but that answer can only come from yourself.
Yeah.
And until you take a step back to really sit with yourself, you're not going to really ever actually get those answers.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And it's, for some men that maybe just means slowing down and spending some time just sitting.
Yeah.
Without the music, without the work, without the phone, just spending time with yourself. Giving yourself some self-love of like, hey, I deserve to sit down with this part of myself that wants to be heard. As difficult as that may be, and even painful as that may be, because you maybe haven't been listening to yourself, and your inner child or that inner man is starting to scream at you.
I'm talking with yourself, and people are afraid of looking themselves in the eyes in the mirror and talking to you and asking you, what do you want? What do you care about? I want to hear what you have to say. Your voice matters.
Yeah.
And on allowing in that space for you to really get to connect with yourself. And it's difficult, but it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Because once you start to realize that the relationship with you is such a powerful thing, and it's so authentic, and that you're never going to not be there for you. If once you can embody that, you don't need to go searching for it now. Your nervous system doesn't need to be wired anymore.
Yeah.
Because you're trying to feel like I'm doing good, right? It's like, what do you think?
Yeah. Because that's all that matters.
This is your life, brother.
Yeah. Yeah. All that really matters is what you think. And if you're not living in accordance with that, then you're creating your life for someone else.
Yeah, you are.
And you're the creator of your life, right? But who are you creating your life for? Right? That's where you get out of alignment, because you're always the creator.
Yeah.
Right? It's who are you creating it for?
Yes.
Because if you're creating it for other people, that's where you're going to feel like you're not creating anything, because it's not actually coming from you. Though you are the one that's manifesting your own reality, when it feels like it's someone else's creation that you wouldn't choose, it's because it's not.
Yeah.
Because you're allowing those opinions of other people to then create your reality for you. And if you truly know who you are within, if you truly know your why, what you truly want, regardless of the opinions of anyone, and I mean anyone in your life, that's when you can really start to create your reality in a way that is going to be in alignment with who you truly are, and is going to bring you the peace of knowing that you're the creator of your life and it is your life. You know? And I think so many men, they get out of balance, and I've been there, you know, and I'm still there, and in so many areas of my life, you know, trying to figure out exactly like where I still am searching for validation outside of myself. It's definitely an ongoing process, but the more you can really understand what you want, the more you're going to be in alignment with the creation that you're meant to have in this life.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that, bro. I really do. So yeah, it's kind of been, you know, that's a big, you know, process, and it's a big thing that we care a lot about. And I know that, you know, over the years of a lot of trials and darkness that we both had to walk through to get to where we're at now, we know it's challenging, and that's why I think we want to, you know, obviously we've got other things. This isn't something we're doing for money or any of that. It's like our souls are very clear with us that, hey, you need to put this out here, and that men need to hear what your story is, and also what you have to share with them, and to help them. Because if you don't do it, then you're not taking accountability.
Yeah.
You just wait for someone else to do something for you. And if you have the information, you know, and you can share it, and you should, because it's there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's, you know, obviously we've both felt it for a while that we need to share more of who we are and how we got here. And we have both been through some real shit. You know, we've both had guns in our mouths at certain points. We've been through some really dark shit. We are definitely familiar with the darkness. And I think I can speak for both of us in saying that looking backwards, the beauty that all that darkness has brought to us is immeasurable. You know, that truly, I don't know that we would want to change much, you know, because the darkness has taught me so much. The pain that I experienced, that I allowed myself to feel, has been one of my greatest teachers, you know, and has, you know, in this universe of duality, has really taught me appreciation of the other side, and like brought me to a level of joy that I never thought that I could experience. And having fucking magical people in my life, you know, after walking through that darkness, is like, it's all worth it. You know, the darkness itself has a purpose always. And, you know, if you can see that while you're in there, at least have an understanding of the fact that it is serving you.
yeah,
You know, it can make it a little bit easier to make it through. You know, even though as a man, you may not talk about it much. You know, luckily you and I have had each other. We have other great men in our lives as well. We have amazing men all around us.
yeah,
That have really helped us through some dark shit. But I mean, that's, you know, probably one of the first things that I recommend to a man is, like, if I see a man struggling, it's like, dude, find your brothers.
yes,
Find your brothers.
yeah,
Because if you're struggling as a man and you don't have a good group of brothers that you can go to and be like, hey, bro, fucking, I'm struggling.
because if it's truly a brother, it means that you don't have to posture. You can be fully authentic. You can be vulnerable. You can cry. You can literally be soberly honest with your brothers, because if it's really a brother, they're here for it. They want you to be honest with them. They want you to share the heaviness. They want to know how you're doing, or how, even if it's not good, they want to know, so that they can be there for you, because a real brother loves you unconditionally. and they want you to be honest and vulnerable with your emotions, with the hard things you're going through, the good things. They want all of it. They want all of it so that they can hold space for you.
Yeah.
And just support you in your process. And that is something that's very special about brotherhood.
Yeah.
Why men should seek brothers, not friends, not people, but seek brothers that are mirrors. That are they're there trying to become the same man within as you are. And that's authentic and that's good. And that's a brother that's there to, just love you, not try to tear you down, not try to manipulate you, not try to make you feel stupid, but to really embrace you, like, for who you are, regardless of what other people think. They don't care.
Yeah. And along your journey, as you go through this process of meeting yourself on a deeper level, you may have brothers that you find out are not true brothers, as we both have.
Yeah, we have.
But also I'm grateful for all of that too. I'm grateful for what those men did for me and showing me how to choose myself on a deeper level, how to have discernment of who's allowed to be in my life and who's not. And so, yeah, if you're struggling, find a group of men, find a tribe, at least find one good brother that you can talk to and just be honest with them. And there's a difference between being a victim and complaining and being open and vulnerable with your brother.
Big Kyle.
And I mean, when it comes to if you have a partner, if you have a wife or a girlfriend or whatever, it's great to be open and honest with them, but it's different when you're speaking to a man, because a woman doesn't really understand the load that a man carries. Yeah. They don't. They're built different, just like we don't understand.
This is fine. We're going to protect them from that.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean we should hide it from ourselves.
Right. We want to protect them from it, but it doesn't mean we should hide it from ourselves or from our brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully we can help, first of all, ourselves.
Yeah.
Because
we're doing this for us.
That's why we're here.
We're doing this for us.
Like, first and foremost, I'm living my life for myself.
Yes.
I know you are too.
Yeah.
But, I also love helping men. I love finding men that can help me as well, networking and finding men that are in resonance with who I am, that we can have fun with, that we can do cool events with, which we will start doing more stuff for men to give back to the community, because we've been so blessed with so much in our lives, from business to relationships, so much that we want to give back in any way that we can. But yeah, we're gonna take this podcast wherever it wants to go. And have some good conversations, and hopefully I'll have some cool guests in here. And then, share just a little bit more about who Chase and Jase are, the fucking aces.
The aces, baby.
You're fucking here, and we're coming for all of it.
Hell yeah.
So.
Yeah, we are. Yep, no, I love it, man. And that's what we want to do. We just want to, put it out there. We want to share our experiences with you guys.
Yeah.
We're just here to be authentic, to be us, and hey, if it helps someone, then we're great. We want to inspire men to know that they're not alone.
Right.
And it's a hard road, but it's worth it. It's worth it to go all in on yourself, even when everything around you and the world says not to.
Right.
Like, it's worth it. And so we're here for it. We're here to love and support these men all throughout the world that are walking down this journey, this path, because they're choosing to be brave.
Yeah.
As a real man should. That's real warriorhood, is being just so brave in vulnerability, brave in truth, brave in love. Yeah. Brave in choosing to be authentic to yourself. That's a real warrior. And we know there are many, many warriors out there that are waking up to this, and they're going down this path, and it is going to be challenging, but we're here to support all of them. Yeah. As we do. Yeah. We want to continue that.
Yeah, and we're excited to meet more fucking warriors that are in resonance with who we are, and because that is who we are. That's who we know, our soul archetypes. We're fucking warriors, and we came here to be warriors, and we came here to fucking help other men do the same, become who they truly are, and lift them up as they lift us up. So, yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for listening, and it's gonna be fun. We're excited to share a little bit more about who we are, and again, we'll bring in some guests. We'll who knows? We're just going to go with the flow as we do.
We'll do whatever we feel we
Yeah.
can do day by day.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need to worry about tomorrow or yesterday. Just be present.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
So the man within.
Yeah, the man with
That's the name of the show, and we'll see where it goes. It's going to be fun.
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.